What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big China G, Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And we are here for another Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends. This is where I sit down with you and I tell you about a game I really like and why I think you should be playing this game. I have a little problem with the voice. I've been doing a heck of a lot of talking. A little bit of yelling, a little bit of screaming, a little bit of living. That's what it's called, my friends, a little bit of living. All right, so the game I want to tell you about today, it's a little bit more of an adult game than I usually talk about here on the show. And that is mainly because of the suggestive words and phrases that are used in this all against all card game. That's right. This is not a cooperative game I'm talking about. I am talking about the epic spell wars of the Battle Wizards. Whoa, that is a long title. And the first game, the one I'm talking about, the one that got me interested in this series, is Rumble at Castle Skullzfyre. Names just get longer and longer. All right, so I want to get down. I want to sit down. I want to talk to you about this game because this is a really fast game. It might not quite be for everyone, but I really like it. And if you don't know about this game, let me tell you about it. And here we are down at the table. Thank you for coming down here. Thank you for continuing to watch me. Thank you for coming back and watching the shows. And if you're new, thank you for checking us out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you see and what you hear and what I'm doing. And make sure you click that. You might want to click the bell in case you're really, really into us and you want to know when myself and the other 20-sided warriors are coming up with another video. I'm trying to do daily drops, but just in case you need to know, go ahead. Hit that bell. It's okay. So I want to talk to you about this game by Cryptozoic Entertainment. Third one just came out. Haven't gotten it yet. And I'm talking about the first one. So I'm not going to bring up stuff with the second game just yet. But we're going to talk about the first one. And I do want to say that I made a little bit of a mistake in the intro. These games all have a similar title with a different subtitle. It gets very long, and I said this was Rumble at Castle Skullzfyre, and this is Duel, not Rumble, Duel at Castle Skullzfyre. So let's talk about this, because this game, when I first saw it, looked a little silly to me, and I usually don't like putting my money towards silly games. But then I happened to see Will Wheaton's Tabletop did a show on this a few years ago, and I got to see it played. And you know, sometimes that's really what it takes, is for you to see a game being played before you can realize that it might actually be fun and good for your table, your gaming group. So I ended up getting this. Like I said, I got the second one, and I believe the way I phrased it was I don't have the third one yet. That's still going to happen. Not sure when, but it will happen. Anyway, so there has been changes from the second game, and I'm assuming there's going to be a few more changes into the third game. So let's start talking about the first one, the original, the one that kicked it all off, and why I continued to get the second game and looking forward to the third game. This is a silly game. This is a fun, silly game. Let me add on to that yet again. This is a fast, fun, silly game. What makes it fun are the spell cards. So you can play up to 3 spell cards every turn. Everyone plays at the same time. And the cards that you use determine your initiative. Yeah, so it's not like you choose who's the first player for this round and everyone gets a turn. No, it's all dependent on the spell you cast. You may not want to cast the spell with the highest initiative. You might have a plan otherwise. As I said, you get up to 3 spells. And that's because there are 3 different types of spells in this game. This game has the source, the quality, and the delivery. In that order: the source, where the spell starts from, the quality, what's the heart, what's at the beef of this spell, and then the delivery, what happens at point of impact. Now, you can only play one of each card, but you don't have to play 3 cards. You could just play a mix of 2 of them or just one of them, as long as you're not playing more than one type. You know, whether it's the source, the quality, the delivery, one of each of those. That's all you got to do. And you get to really build your spell. You build your own unique spell, and the titles on these are crazy. They're borderline mature, that's for sure. I definitely agree with the fact that this isn't quite for kids. Then again, you know your own kid. I don't. This is a choice for you to make about that. Maybe when you see what I have to say about the game, and don't judge it just on that. Watch what other people say, watch other videos, and then make your final decision. But this does have a slightly mature feel to some of the usage of the terms and some of the characters. Now, that's my only problem with the game is the characters. The characters don't do anything. It's no different than saying I'm the red pawn, I'm the blue pawn. Big deal. They're fun because you are going to give them character. If you or anyone at your gaming table has a fun time RPG and role-playing personality to a board game character, you're going to really enjoy this to a different level than someone that doesn't do that. Because that's the only real difference. No, not the only real difference. It is literally the only difference between these characters. That and how they're drawn. They all look differently. They have different names. But they don't have any differences in what affects the game or why you would want to choose one other than that. But you give them a great voice. You give them a good personality. It makes it fun. But it also makes it easy to stereotype. So that could be another problem why you don't want this game around young kids. Learn about the game, make your own decision. I'm just giving a friendly warning. I'm not telling you what to do about your kid. That's on you. But it does. So it has some aspects of the game that are going to come off as mature, sexual innuendos. And like I said, the characters are kind of geared that if you're going to RPG them, you're probably going to get a little stereotypy with a few of them. So that's how you view it. But the game itself plays really fun, especially because of the spell parts. And that's what makes this a kind of game that anytime I throw it down on the table, we have fun with it. And it plays fast. Well, usually fast. I've played 4-player games of this that have lasted less than 10 minutes. I'm not going to say as little as 5, but darn close to it, that's for sure. And just this weekend, we played a game of this as a filler for a few moments and ended up lasting 30 minutes. But I've never had a game last more than 30 minutes. And you can play multiple games, which is the way it's geared for, or you can play one quick game like I usually end up doing. And that's just fun enough for that. But if you play the multiple games, then the game gets better because you have these dead wizard cards. So if you die in the game, in the next game coming up, you're going to have something special because that dead wizard card you drew when you died. And it doesn't take effect usually. I think all of them. Maybe there's one otherwise, but then they take effect in the next game, the next round. Because even though you lose, this is a magical wizarding epic world of awesomeness. So you just kind of grow right back there in the arena to fight yet again. Sounds very Sisyphusian, but it makes to a fun game. So yeah, like I said, we just played it again this weekend for that sole purpose as a filler, and we had so much fun. I was thinking to myself, I want to talk about this game because it hasn't had an opportunity to come up on the show yet. So there's a few sequels out to the game, but if you start with the first game, you're going to understand all the basics for the next games, and they're standalone expansions. And if you got the first one, you're going to understand anything at all for the others. Indeed. So you pick a character, and you see what happens. And the initiative happens depending on the spell, and the spells, you usually don't get to pick. This is something I like about the game. You usually don't get to pick, like sit there and go, all right, Ryan, I'm attacking you with blah, 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 and you say the spell. Each of the separate components of the spell have their own attack and their own effect. So one of them might attack the highest opponent life-wise, while another one maybe has the most blood. Maybe one of them will attack the one that has the standee. Well, that's in the later game. Maybe one of them will attack the player to your left. Maybe some of them attack the player to your left, and less damage to the player on your right. And it can bounce back and forth. I know there's at least one spell that will go around the whole table. So the more people that are playing it, the more damage each one is going to be taken next down the line. It's wild. It's crazy. And so there are wild spells in this too, where you get to draw blindly and fill in that slot, the source, the quality, or the delivery. Keep drawing blindly until you get that particular type of card, and that's automatically played. You don't get to think about it. Boom, that's it. It is a wild spell. You have no idea what's happening. Chaos and anarchy, my friends. And chaos and anarchy in this is good. It delivers to this game. And that's another aspect that I like about it. So you're going to want to check it out. Have a little fun with this game. If it's been on your show, if you haven't played it yet, take it down. Put it on the table. It's not going to take you long to learn this game, and it's going to take even less time to play this game. If it's at a board game cafe, you got something to try out. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to take up your whole day there. So if you don't like it, you got time to put it on the shelf and pull something else down. But I'm betting you're going to want to play more than just one round. Yeah, that's what I'm betting. All right, so thank you everyone for checking us out on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Thank you so much for liking, for subscribing, for commenting to us right here on YouTube. And thank you so much, honestly, thank you so much for sharing. Keep sharing our videos. That is the most awesome thing in the world to do. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. The Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here.